Okay guys, in this video we're going to talk about how to properly trace and cut the birds for your Magritte project. Okay, so you are all going to be given some bird patterns on your table. I want you to notice that there are two different bird patterns. You are going to need one of each, okay? So as you can see, I already have one of each sitting here in front of me, and you want to figure out which one you want to go on the day side and which one you want to have the night side faced up. So if you look right now, they both say night, right? And on this side, they both say day. You want one of each. You want one of each birds, and you want one day and one night, okay? So this one up top here says day. Which sky do you think we're gonna trace this bird on? Yeah, you guessed day, right? If you thought day, you got it right. So I'm gonna set the day bird right there. This one, I selected night for that one. I'm gonna set that on the night sky, okay? So I have those all figured out, which one I'm gonna do on the day sky, which one I'm gonna do on the night sky. So now I'm gonna take my pencil. I want to try to get them in the center of that paper, right? I don't want them off to the side like this. I want the whole thing on there, and you want them in the center as much as you can possibly get them there. Once you have them in the center, you want to really carefully trace around those birds. So I'm gonna hold this pattern in place, and I don't want to have a ton of extra pencil marks like going off the paper. We don't want to erase, especially if we got a pencil on oil pastel. Never erase over top of oil pastel. You will get a million smears. Okay, so I want to take my time so that I just end up with the outline of that bird on there. Okay, very nice and neat. Okay, and then I'm gonna do the same thing on my night bird. All right, so once you have both of them traced, you can set the patterns aside. You're gonna have to share the patterns too. I have both of them traced. I know it's a little bit hard to see on the video here, but you are then going to cut them out, okay? So I'm gonna grab a pair of scissors, and I wanna cut out both the day and the night. So here's the one thing about cutting though that you want to make sure of for this. Well, first, if you would like to cut them in half, that would make it a lot easier for you. You want to, as carefully as you can, and I can help you guys trim that too. If it's a little bit off, that's okay. Don't worry about it, okay? We'll fix that at some other point. Okay, here's the thing though about cutting. You want to pick one spot to start cutting your bird at. So let's say I start right here. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna cut the whole way around, one swoop, go back out the same way, so that it ends up looking like this. One entrance and one exit around that bird, okay? So this is a test of your cutting skills. You really need to take your time. So I'm gonna enter right here by the tail. It doesn't really matter where you start. And I want to take my time cutting as carefully as I possibly can around that bird. The reason why we want to be so careful is because we are going to end up using the space around the bird and the bird itself. So no waste in this project, okay? We are going to use the space around the bird. That would be the negative space where the bird is not. And we are also going to use that positive space where the bird is located in the center here. So we want to make sure that the pieces are looking good, because the better that those pieces look, the better that your art project is going to look. So look at me, I'm really taking my time. This is like a test of your cutting skills, right? In math, you're gonna take a math test. Here, we're taking a cutting test. Take your time. You need to be paying attention to that line. Small squeezes with the scissors the whole way around. Okay, so I'm only gonna cut the one here in the video, but you guys are gonna wanna cut both of them out. Once you have this cut out, once you have both of your birds cut out, I almost made it the whole way around. So here we go. One swoop around the whole thing. So we have the positive space of the bird. We have the negative space behind the bird. We're gonna use both, okay? So here's the deal. Once you guys have your birds all cut out, and you also have your backgrounds. So I have other ones that I cut out ahead of time for this video. I have my birds, I have my backgrounds. You are gonna give me one bird, okay? The whole 5th grade is going to have one bird that they donate to a group artwork, okay? It's called a collaborative artwork. You guys are collaborating. You're all gonna have one part, one little piece that you contributed, okay? So pick one. If you wanna give me the night one, perfect. Give me the night one, and then you get to keep the day. If you wanna give me the day and keep the night, I do not care. Pick one, give me it. You get to keep the other one for your projects, okay? So I'm gonna have a spot on the front table. You can go ahead and donate one. For this video, I'm gonna give the day bird away, okay? So now this is what you're left with, okay? You are going to make now two different art projects with what we have left here, okay? So you should have also your 2 complement paper games, right? You should also have these that we not only sprayed with water, let dry, then you added the Sharpie over top. Okay, so what you guys are gonna do is you are going to take your extra bird, figure out which one that you would like your extra bird to go on. We're gonna be gluing that onto there. Look at that, it's super cool. Okay, so maybe you want it to go on the cool colors. Maybe you want it to go on the warm colors. Your choice, okay? The other thing that you wanna do is you wanna pick one of your negative space skies, and you are gonna be gluing that on top of the other one. Okay, so you guys make a decision about what you want to have. So one thing you do throw away. We have a little bit of waste. One thing, let's say I choose the day sky and the night bird right here. This I can get rid of. Okay, you guys can do with that something cool if you have extra time. You can create something else. So I'm gonna now glue both of these. I'm gonna show you guys gluing here in a second.